Hey everybody, how we all doing? Hope life's treating you all well. I'm One More Time, and we're here with something a little bit different. As I just get things just adjusted here very quickly, because I forgot to put certain windows at certain other places. Doing amazing, ready for FIFA. Also, hey Cartridge Blowers, thank you so much for the resub. Oh man, this is actually gonna be kind of funny. Funny you mentioned that. Because yeah, we are going to be definitely playing a lot of bad FIFA games on here. Oh yeah, because look at that. I guess spoiler alerts for what the first game's going to be. Oh, is it now? Is my opening music was very loud? Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, so welcome everybody. What we have here today is something a little bit different. I've wanted to put together a regular series that would go on every week, just to kind of help keep me focused and on track as far as my streaming is concerned. And basically, what we are going to be doing here today is we're going to be playing through every. Well, we're not going to be playing through every Game Boy game. We're going to be playing every Game Boy game released in North America. Now, the reason why I decided upon this is mostly because just last week I was kind of thinking about the Game Boy a bit, and I realized that I really love that little system an awful lot. Just to give you a little bit of background on my history of the Game Boy. Um, the Game Boy, I ended up first owning it, I believe, roughly about 1991, so about 2 years after it was released. And I continued to play that thing up through high school. So like 2003, 2004. Like I had the OG giant brick Game Boy. Had a power pack that would snap onto the back, so I didn't have to use batteries or anything like that. And even when like the Super Nintendo came and went, and the Nintendo 64 came and went, even the PlayStation to a certain extent, like I was still playing my Game Boy, um, because it was just perfect for a lot of those cool little portable games and whatnot. Like I would bring it to me of high school, and the only reason like I still didn't play it afterwards is because eventually it got stolen. First the battery pack got stolen, and eventually the Game Boy itself got stolen. Um, but despite that, I just kept on trucking along. I continued to play OG Game Boy games on my Game Boy Color, and eventually would play them on my Game Boy Advance. And as I kind of started streaming and whatnot, getting back into playing Game Boy games, I realized that there was a ton out there that I just never even touched at all. Like, of the 512 Game Boy games that are out there, I think I've maybe played like 15% of them. And because of that, I was like, it'd be really cool if we just sat down and like played a lot of these games. A lot of these games that are like at this point now kind of forgotten. Like today, we're going to be starting out with a bunch of games that honestly I don't think anybody has really thought about in a long time, with like one exception, which we will see here in a little bit. And so yeah, as Cartridge Blowers kind of just noted in the chat, this is going to be kind of like the sampler platter. We're going to be the whole idea behind this is that we're going to be spending somewhere around 30 minutes on each game. We're going to play 4 games each stream, and spend around 30 minutes. Sometimes it's going to be less than 30 minutes. Sometimes it's going to be more than 30 minutes. And just kind of show off these games, show off what they are, what goes on in them, and talk a little bit about their origins. Like, who was the developers behind them? Why is this game important? Why does it even exist in the first place? And some of these may not seem like all that important. Like FIFA International Soccer, I'm sure people are like, who cares about that game for the Game Boy? Like that doesn't matter. But to be honest, there's actually a lot of cool things about this game that we'll get into in a little bit. At a certain point, we're also going to just sit down and have a stream where we just talk about the history of the Game Boy as well. I don't quite have that prepared quite yet, but we're also going to just sit down and do that, where we just talk about the Game Boy and like its history, Gunpei Yokoi, the Game & Watch, and everything that led up to it, and why it's such an important piece of technology, why it was so long lasting. Because I think the Game Boy is maybe one of the most important. It may even be the most important thing Nintendo's ever made. Something that sounds absolutely crazy considering the NES exists, right? But believe it or not, it has very huge importance. Yeah, some people in here are saying like their first system that they used was like the Game Boy Advance, which yeah, Game Boy Advance is like super duper cool and like obviously has direct lineage to the Game Boy. It just says so in the name. Oh, I have to check this book out, Cartridge Builders. That looks really cool. Ooh. And there's one new for $5. I might actually buy that later. I've already bought enough dumb books recently, so why not add to the pile? The cover is very bad, which is why I love it. I instantly fell in love with it the second I saw that cover. So yeah, 512 games, 4 games each day. So this should take 128 streams to get through. Now, you're probably wondering how exactly we went about selecting these games. How I went about like the order we're going in. Like we're not going to be going in chronological order or by genre or anything like that. I literally populated a spreadsheet and it had it just sort randomly and just produce a list for us. There is some tweaking that I did do to this list. And this list isn't like secret or anything like that, by the way. If you want to ask me like what game is on what place in the list, you most certainly can. It's definitely not a secret. But for the most part, I didn't tweak any of it. If we ended up getting like 3 sports games in a row, I did like kind of move them around a little bit just to make it so it's, not a stream where we're for some reason playing 3 separate baseball games in a row. LSDJ on the list. And why don't you want a utility and not a game on your list? I think it's games only. Games only. When are we playing the Bible? Soon. Very soon. There has to be a Bible game for this. Evangelion Mahjong game. Oh, perfect. Yes. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? So yeah, literally just randomly sorted this out. And it's produced some actually kind of funny things. Where some of these games are placed on here. For instance, you wouldn't believe what the second to last game on this list is. There's an actual pocket Bible for the Game Boy? Oh, geez. Well, I don't know. I'm going to just Control F and search Bible now. Yes, Cartridge Builders, the King James Bible is indeed on this list, and we will be playing the King James Bible. Yes, it is number 246. It is smack dab in the middle, where it should be. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That's horrifying. So yeah, there's other considerations that are going to be being made for this that I kind of thought about, because as you could probably imagine, there is at least there are multiple Pokemon games that are going to be on here. We're going to be playing all of them. I first thought that maybe like Pokemon, Red, Blue, and Yellow should just be its like own like put together thing, but there's enough to talk about Pokemon that we can have them as each as separate games and whatnot. And what I already have plans as far as what I want to talk about. Oh man, putting all the different adapters on a Game Boy. Oh, rad. That is pretty great. So yeah, now mind you, this list is just going to be Game Boy games. This does not include Game Boy Color games. This also doesn't include games that are Game Boy compatible, that were Game Boy Color games. So unfortunately, no Mega Man Extreme, no Pokemon trading card game. I was a little disappointed when I saw that, but given that it's exactly 512 games, it just seemed a little too perfect. But yeah, we should go ahead and get this started. I think we all know what the rules are for this, and we're gonna go ahead and get our first game up here, and it's gonna be FIFA International Soccer. That is correct. Yeah, so Dragon Quest 1 and 2 is not going to be on here because it is a Game Boy Color enhanced cart. So it's considered a Game Boy Color game, and a Game Boy Color is technically a different system. Indeed. Open wide for some soccer! Nope, we don't have to play at least 30 minutes of Dragon Quest 2. That actually is a good question. When we do get to the compilation games, we'll probably spend a little bit more time on them, since it'd be very easy to just play, I don't know, Asteroids and not Battlezone or whatever the heck else is on there. Hey, High Life, how's it going, buddy? It's good to see you. All right. Let's go ahead and unpause this, and we're getting into this. Yes. So, this is a game that was released in 1994. It is technically not published by Electronic Arts. It's licensed from Electronic Arts. It's published by Malibu Games, and it is developed by Extended Play Productions. Hot Bangers Extended Play Productions. The original game was released in 1993 for the Sega Genesis, and that was developed and published by Electronic Arts. Every game in the compilation must have at least X minutes played. Exactly, exactly. So we'll go ahead and start this timer. We'll just get rid of that. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is a pretty bare bones game overall. As you can see, we can play in multiple different languages. And this is actually made this way for a reason. No, the reason being is because EA was not really... They really didn't know if this game was going to be successful in North America or not. So the whole idea behind this is that originally this game was going to be called Team USA Soccer. Let's play Sweden versus the United States. That seems like a good game. Fouls, medium. I'm a medium foul kind of guy. Oh, look, welcome to a sold-out game between Sweden and the United States. Much of Sweden's success has been a result of good shooting and strong team play. The Americans team has a lot of heart and is looking to become a serious contender in world-class play. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, because the whole idea behind calling it Team USA Soccer is that they thought that most Americans wouldn't know what the hell FIFA was. But they decided to backtrack on that and went, well, we'll just call it FIFA. If it doesn't sell well in the United States, we can just reallocate inventory to the European Union. This game runs. As you could tell. And also, please let me know if audio quality is bad or any reason. Should hopefully not be, but you never know. So yeah, they went ahead and called the game FIFA, and the whole idea... This game was made in mind to get it out in time for the 1994 World Cup that was being played in the United States. It might, and it might not be. Keep in mind, a lot of these... This is actually something we're going to have to go over in a little bit. Let me just to finish up my point, I was talking about FIFA. Yeah, the original game was meant to come out before the 1994 World Cup to be held in the United States. Yeah, that's very true. It's considered... The 1994 World Cup is considered to be an incredibly important World Cup. In large part because in order to get the World Cup to even be hosted here, the U.S. Soccer Federation had to agree to create a first division soccer league. and have it be played within 4 years. That league eventually became Major League Soccer, which obviously still exists to this day. It was incredibly popular in the United States. And in fact, I think for about a decade or so, it was the most profitable World Cup as well. So it was incredibly, incredibly successful. Now, EA wanted to get the license to the World Cup, but unfortunately they did not. Another company, the very weirdly named US Gold, ended up getting the license before them. In fact, had previously put out a couple of World Cup games, going all the way back to, what was it, 1986, I believe. Doing math in my head, yes, I believe that is correct. And of course, they released the game World Cup Soccer 94. So that was another reason why they also wanted to get this out. They wanted to get it out before World Cup 94 from US Gold in order to hopefully not have it be buried by the officially licensed game of the World Cup. This is a very USA performance. Oh god, we got scored on. Now, this game was incredibly successful for EA. It was actually incredibly successful in North America. Despite their concerns that this game wasn't going to sell, within the first 4 weeks, it sold 500,000 copies worldwide. Which, back then, that's a hell of a number. Like, I mean, it's not to say that the gaming industry was small back in 1994, but it certainly isn't as big as it was now, right? So 500,000 copies in 4 weeks, big deal. And mind you, we're talking about the Genesis version here, but still, it goes to show you that there was definitely an appetite for soccer, for a soccer video game. Oh, did we just score that? Oh, look at that! Is the game fun? Not at all. Not at all, Evie. Not at all. Now, as far as how the game did in the United States, we don't have, exact sales numbers. But it should be noted that for the Super Nintendo version that came out in June 1994, my apologies, which is right around when the World Cup was held, it topped U.S. sales charts for that month. So it showed that, hey, there was actually a viable reason to sell a soccer game in the United States as well. And of course, maybe the most important thing to point out is that this was the first game with the FIFA branding that EA put out, and FIFA is EA's top-selling game, worldwide. More so than Madden, more so, more so than Battlefield, more so than anything they put out. FIFA is their big thing, and while it wasn't this version that got things started out, it is definitely part of the series and was a port of the first game that got it all started. There's definitely been fun FIFA games out there. I've really enjoyed a lot of the PlayStation 2 FIFA games, for instance. US soccer fandom has largely grown. Yes, actually. It's still very regional in some cases. The Pacific Northwest, for instance, is crazy about soccer. We love soccer up here. And in terms of MLS growth, MLS is continuously expanding. Major League Soccer, they've recently welcomed teams in how did I score that? How did I score that? They didn't even want to give me a celebration there. They were just that was just disgusting what I just did. That was just disgusting. Best way to play FIFA is to half pay attention to what you're doing, apparently. But yeah, no, it has meaningfully grown, and the U.S. soccer team, the U.S. men's soccer team, has been steadily getting better. Right now, we actually have a very, very good team put together, with many players who do play in quite a few international leagues, some top-tier leagues, and who are legitimate stars in their own right, like Christian Pulisic and Sergio Dest and whatnot. They're still not quite world class yet. I wouldn't bet against England if they played the United States, for instance. But they've definitely gotten better, and that's of course to say nothing about the women's national team, which is easily the most successful women's team in the world, with 4 World Cup victories, and a team whose lowest ranking was in like worldwide was number 2, and they have been ranked number 1 for the vast majority of their existence. So yeah, U.S. Soccer is big in the United States, or at least it's definitely getting much bigger, and it's only expected to get bigger. In large part because of American football is starting to lose popularity as far as its youth leagues are concerned, due to concerns about CTE and just general injuries and trauma. I've never had high hopes for the men as well, which is what makes it very easy to watch them, to be honest. Because, like, well, I don't expect them to win anything. Ah. Yeah, so we should talk a little bit about the refresh rate and whatnot, because there's been a few people who pointed out that this might be an emulation issue, and that could be possible. I think that goalkeeper did not want to go get that ball. That was a real problem. So I think it's a combination of emulation issues, but I think it's also another unexpected issue that they just really can't do anything about. And that is how the Game Boy screen worked. So the original Game Boy did not have a good screen. It was a very early liquid crystal display screen. That is quite different looking than compared to like other liquid crystal screens that would come later, even stuff like the Game Boy Pocket or the Game Boy Color. It was known for having an incredibly low refresh rate, to the point that in any sort of movement would cause severe smearing of the screen. Like, if games that moved too fast were very difficult to look at. Why was it green? That is a good question. The green was because it was partially because of that was just like how the screens were developed, and partially because it was to help provide high contrast in low light environments. So the Game Boy only displays 4 shades. Essentially, white, black, and then 2 shades of gray. Or in the case of the Game Boy, of course, it's going to be white, light green, slightly darker green, and then very dark green. And given that it had no backlight or anything like that, they had to make sure that it was as high contrast as possible. Hence the choices they made. So yeah, the Game Boy screen, though, it does have a very low refresh rate. So part of the reason why this game is such a hitchy mess, I suspect, was to actually make it so you knew what was going on. If this game actually moved like sufficiently fluidly, with the speed that this actually would move at, it probably would be very difficult to know what was going on. Now, that doesn't completely take into account the flickering that's going on. But it does, it may explain why it is so hitchy. Another thing to keep in mind, though, is that there's actually quite a few sprites going on here. And, oh man, well, that guy got messed up. Oh, I did not want to go that way. Maybe I did. My apologies about that, everybody. Beth, come here. Hey, come here. Come here. So yeah, keep in mind there's a lot of sprites that are going on right now. There's a lot going on the screen, and the Game Boy was not exactly a powerful system. It's weaker than the NES, for instance, the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was by design. It was not designed to be a powerful machine at all. All right, so 3-2. Why we're playing in extra time, even though we're losing to Sweden, I'm not really sure. The game should be over by now. So one thing that's like hard to appreciate here is how not only how poorly the game controls, but like how unresponsive it is. It's hard to tell like when you're actually getting your feet on the ball and can actually do anything in the game. Uh, it would seem like half the time like I'm running over the ball and I should have it, but I don't. I am just getting wrecked by Sweden. Absolutely, absolutely wrecked here. So yeah, this really adds to the frustration of this game because it just doesn't seem like why did I lose the ball there? Is it because I suddenly turned? Is there actual physics that are like going on here? Am I supposed to like actually do things like maintain possession? Why didn't I pick up the ball there? Don't know. The game is not very good about giving you this sort of feedback. Indeed, send me your spirit energy playing against Sweden right now. Like, why did I lose the ball there? Was there a delayed tackle from the Swedish player and it just didn't register until then? Who the heck knows? It's very, very hard to say. In many ways, though, this is a very impressive looking game because the Genesis version plays with the same viewpoint, the same isometric view. Sweden wins. Sweden does indeed win. Look at Sweden all celebrating. Yeah, so needless to say, somehow we had 0 shots on goal, but we had 2 goals. I'll let you figure out how we managed that one. So yeah, there are different of course things we can do. We can actually do a league, which is interesting. Tournament is going to be kind of your standard FIFA tournament, like World Cup style. So I imagine there's like group stages and whatnot. I like the idea that the game type action and game type simulation. Oh, interesting. They have different weather. I wonder if they actually affect how the field plays. A big thing about FIFA, the original FIFA, is that they did have an emphasis on realism, which I mean, it's kind of hard to do when you're making a game for the Sega Genesis. But it is something that they actually tried to do. As far as teams that are in this game, I guess we might as well just go over that real quick. I imagine a lot of these teams are going to be the teams that were present in the 1994 World Cup. Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Bulgaria, Cameroon, Canada, Chile, China. That actually might not be the case because I don't think China was in the 94 World Cup. China does not have a good soccer team. England, France, Germany, Greece, Holland. Interesting that they're called Holland, not the Netherlands. I guess probably because character limits. Hong Kong. Yeah, Hong Kong definitely did not make the 94 Olympics. Oh, yeah, Hong Kong was still a British protectorate at this time. So, yeah, of course they would have their own separate soccer team. Hungary, Iraq, Israel, Italy, the Ivory Coast, Japan, Luxembourg, Mexico. Actually, a pretty impressive amount of teams here. New Zealand, Nigeria, North Ireland, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Erie, Romania, Russia, Scotland, Spain, of course, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, good old USA, the Ukraine, Uruguay. I'm sorry, Ukraine, not the Ukraine. Wales, and EA All-Stars. So yeah, that is going to probably do it for FIFA. I don't know if we necessarily need to spend any more time on this. I do want to hop in the league real quick just to see what that's like. Yeah, let's say we're playing as our Algeria. Okay, interesting. So they just randomly sort some teams in there and you just play a league. That's kind of cool. Neat. Yeah, some interesting features there. And pretty cool overall. Honestly, I think that's not too bad of a port of the Genesis version. I don't think it's a good game, mind you. But I think they did a pretty good job of translating the experience of the Genesis FIFA games. So yeah. Let's move on to our next game. And here's the game that's probably far more suited to the Game Boy. And this is gonna be Yoshi's Cookie. Good old Yoshi's Cookie. Licensed from Bulletproof Software. Although they are not the developers of this game. The developer was actually Tosei, who has a long relationship with doing games for Nintendo. And published by Nintendo themselves. Yeah, not to be confused with Yoshi. We're going to go over that in a bit. So let's go ahead and start by getting into this game real quick. Ooh, different music choices. I like B. Let's go with B. Let's go with low speed for now. And just jump on in here and start playing it. They really did. I mean, Yoshi was kind of almost like a mascot for them for a while. So, I'm gonna just share something. Okay, gotta get him 4 in a row. Oh! So this is more of a puzzle sort of situation. Interesting. Interesting. And I'm guessing you have cookies that slowly fall or something like that? Ah. Interesting. So the goal is to clear the board. Very, very interesting. So let's talk a little bit about the history of Yoshi's Cookie. So Yoshi itself, the character, has a very weird history of puzzle games. For instance, as was alluded to in chat, this wasn't the first... there we go. We cleared that stage. Not bad. This is not the first Yoshi's puzzle game. There was a game released in 1991 called Yoshi. Just called Yoshi. That was a puzzle game developed by Game Freak, oddly enough. The Pokemon people. And published by Nintendo. That also has a Game Boy port, so we should be playing that at some point as well. So that'll be fun. So unfortunately we can't do anything until more stuff falls, so we're just gonna have to wait here. Oh, you can use B to actually speed it up. That's very good. Very, very good. So yeah, Yoshi came out then, and the game's a little bit different in that you have Mario on the bottom, and you have stuff that falls from the top, and you basically just have to match whatever falls on top of whatever Mario is holding. It's a bit of an interesting game in that way. There we go. Now, how Yoshi's Cookie happened, though, is that... Well, actually, let me finish that. If you count... there's actually another game that also came out, Tetris Attack. If you count Tetris Attack, which technically is a reskin game of another puzzler called Paneled Upon, Yoshi has somehow 3 different... Yoshi somehow has 3 different puzzle games, which is kind of silly. Now, how exactly this game came about is that this was originally an entirely different game called Hermetica. Now, Hermetica was a game that was developed by a company called Home Data, a Japanese company, and the idea is that they were going to make this for arcades. Kind of messed that up there. So, the story with this goes is that they were developing this game for Japanese arcades, and they did a test run of this game. And it was a complete disaster. It was a complete unmitigated disaster. And because of that, they were like, well, we're not going to release this game. And instead, what we're going to do is we're going to sell it to Bullet Point Software. Bullet Point Software, by the way, are basically the people who were the stewards of the Tetris license for the longest time. And still kind of true to this day, even though they also sort of don't exist. They have a bit of a complicated history themselves that we will talk about once we get to Tetris. Oh, there we go. Knock that stage out. Very good. So, Bullet Point Software made a Super Nintendo version. And Nintendo caught wind that they were making a Super Nintendo version of this this puzzle game. And they're like, hey, how about we license this from you and we turn it into a Yoshi game instead? And that's how Yoshi's Cookie came about. Now, what's funny is that while the Super Nintendo game was developed first, it wasn't the first game that was released. This actually came out before the Super Nintendo version, oddly enough. Even though the Super Nintendo version technically is like the definitive version in many ways. Other weird things about the Super Nintendo version is that it has a puzzle mode in it. And that puzzle mode, all the puzzles in it was actually had the designs done by Tetris creator Alexei Patronov. So it has an interesting Tetris legacy as well, besides the fact that Bulletproof was involved. So yeah, this is a game that almost will never be re-released because the actual game code and game concept Nintendo does not own. They just own Yoshi's Cookie itself. So don't ever expect much of a re-release besides like Virtual Console stuff. I think this technically did come out for Virtual Console, but you're not going to see them remaking this game at any point. It does get references here and there in various Nintendo properties, though. You'll occasionally see a Yoshi's Cookie reference, which is pretty rad. Because Yoshi's Cookie is kind of cool. I do legitimately like Yoshi's Cookie. Or at least the concept of it. So yeah, kind of a weird history with it. Perry Normal asked, I barely played Cookie, but a fair bit of Yoshi on the NES. Which was better? I think that Yoshi's Cookie is a better game. I think it has kind of a more interesting puzzle element to it. But I also think that if you you prefer the sort of more Tetris-like stacking mechanics, you might end up preferring Yoshi a bit more. Wait, so Yoshi and Yoshi's Cookie both came out for the Game Boy and NES alike? Yes! And it's caused so much confusion. Like, even I kind of get these games confused every once in a while. But yeah, no, they are technically their own bespoke products. Yeah, it's very, very strange. That was a bad idea. Just gotta speed things up now. Ah, there we go. Carson Buller says Cookie is definitely better. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's really weird that because I don't know if Yoshi came out for the Super Nintendo, but yeah, like this game came out literally 1 year after Yoshi, and it's just so confusing. It's so confusing. I have to admit, these cookies do look very, very delicious. Like, I would totally eat these cookies. I would totally snack down on them. Be all nom nom nom. I actually might go get cookies after this, now that I'm thinking about it. Chat, what's your favorite type of cookie? As we continue to play some Yoshi's Cookie. Ah, perfect. Oh, I just realized in the lower right corner, it tells you, like, what cookies are coming up. Like, how many cookies are left. Huh. How interesting. Do you think these cookies are taken from a sewing tin? Absolutely. Absolutely. These are all some sort of, like, butter cookie. Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip is a great cookie. Cinnamons. Peanut butter. Peanut butter is a good cookie. I don't mind a peanut butter cookie, even though I'm not a big peanut butter fan. Yeah, let's get that lower down a little bit. Yeah, get that one knocked out real quick. My dog is very aggro, right? Lower right is your clear rate. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Once again, I do apologize for my little puppy. I'm not really sure why she is so angry today. Peanut butter but chocolate chip my grandmother in Newfoundland is making them. Huh. Rad. Ah, we can't complete this one. Lame. Oh, we're gonna complete this, though. Yeah. No, I think she's just angry that people are outside. As she is wont to do. Yeah, I really like sugar cookies. It's very boring. Sugar cookies are objectively the most boring cookie. But I do honestly think they're my favorite cookie. And, yeah, I know that makes me very basic. But, you know, you like what you like. And I'm not going to apologize for that, internet. A cookie with nothing. That's basically what is a sugar cookie, yes. There we go, got that knocked out. Oh, no. No, we are not Perry. So, I basically put all the games into a spreadsheet, and I just had to sort randomly. There's some minor variations that are done to make sure that we don't get, like, 3 sports games in a row. But otherwise, these are getting served up as the spreadsheet gives them to me. And, in case you're wondering, we're not going to be playing a good game until, like, the 3rd stream. Or a game I consider good, when we get to, like, Kirby's Dream Land 2. I like white chocolate chip cookies. Those are pretty good. I want some sugar cookies right now, in particular, says 127 Crazy. Green sprinkles in honor of Yoshi. Oh, look at that! Little cutscenes! And, like... Look at those, like, Super Mario World graphics, too. That's rad. We might not play the full 30 minutes of this, because I think we probably have the idea of what's going on here. But we're going to definitely keep going for a little bit. Partially because I'm actually enjoying myself with this one. This is actually a pretty good game, turns out. Wait until I get to a stage where I just can't do anything about it. Oh, what was that 3D Kirby game, Worms? So I probably know about it. Oh, Blowout Blast. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I never played it myself, but... Yeah, the 3DS eShop has a lot of really weird Kirby games on her. Yeah, Highlight says that they need a Nintendo Puzzle Collection with Yoshi, Yoshi's Cookie, Wario Woods, and Panel-Upon, and Karas. Yes, I wouldn't 100% agree with that. I'm honestly shocked that they haven't done that yet. They have definitely done puzzle collections before, but it's usually Panel-Upon and Dr. Mario. They've done that a couple of times. Although they usually call it like Puzzle League or something similar for Panel-Upon. Alright, well, almost got that. Oh, speaking of weird games, yeah. Crazy says, I also confuse Mario and Wario with Wario's Woods. Yeah, Mario and Wario, very weird Japanese exclusive game. Actually, it might have also came out in PAL territories that uses the mouse. Very, very odd game. At the direct to Mario, who has a magic bucket on his head that Wario put on him, because this is back when Wario was still had magic powers. Remember when Wario had magic powers and wasn't just greedy? That was good. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Oh, yeah, the, sort of spiritual successor to, the Game Boy Donkey Kong game. Yeah. Let's see which timer in there. Okay, let's... I see that, as stages goes on, they do introduce more cookie types to make it more difficult. It really does seem like the game does, like, bias certain cookie types. Because, like, all of a sudden now we have the perfect cookie lineup. I think in Japan it's called Donkey Kong 94. I think here it literally was just called Donkey Kong. I think. Yeah, agreed. We're gonna end up playing that Donkey Kong game eventually. We're gonna be playing a lot of Donkey Kong games, it turns out. Some better than others. Can't wait to play Donkey Kong Land. Real banger of a game. Alright, let's get that there. This is not great. Oh no! Shoot. Okay, this is starting to get bad, actually. Oh, yeah, this is starting to get bad. Okay, well. We might end up getting game overed on this one. Unless we move a little bit quicker here. There we go. Alright, the game's actually starting to get difficult. It wasn't earlier. Get that down there, okay. Hey, look at that. Ah. Man. This is a bad cookie combination. This is a better cookie combination, but not by much. Oh, so yeah, see, look, I do think it lines up, like, if you get down to, like, the last 4 cookies, it's like, listen, no, we got you. Don't worry about it. Which I think is kind of smart. Because, like, it clearly does get more and more frantic as the game goes on. But there are some, like, almost, like, sandy checks that goes on to, like, make sure that this doesn't get too wild on you. Like, I bet you we're gonna get... Yep. When we get exactly what we need. Worms Can't says, leverage your horizontal cookies. Always leverage your horizontal cookies. What tastes better, a horizontal cookie or a vertical cookie? Bet you those are questions you didn't think you were gonna get asked today. Because, why would you? It's such a weird question. There we go. Is that enough that it's gonna just automatically give me what I need? No. No, it's not. Oof. Oof. I'm not getting the right combination of things right now. And the game is letting me know that I am failing at my job of being a master cookiesman. Oh, here we go. No! Oh, no, look at that. It's like, no, we're not going to be kind to you. The gloves are off on the cookies. The cookie gloves are off. There we go. Come on. Give me my cookies. Oh, I could have solved that. There we go. Okay, we got it. No more freebies. Vertical cookie sounds sexy. It does sound like a sexy cookie. I want to at least get to the second cutscene before we quit. Because I didn't realize there was going to be cutscenes in this, and that seems pretty rad. Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't seem like there's much else to say in this one. Ah, darn. Not quite how I wanted to handle that, but that's okay. Hey, here we go. And I'll clear out those two, and hopefully... There we go. It's still giving me those freebies. So it must be like 10 stages, because I think we got to 10 stages in the first, I guess the first world, let's call it. I'm not really sure what the structure of this game is. Is there there must be a theoretical endpoint if they have like a level structure like this. Or at least that's what it would appear to be. But I'm legitimately not sure. Oh man, look at that. Look at that, I'm getting good at this game. Alright, here we go. Oh no, Mario! All right, really quickly, we are going to just reset really quickly because I want to see if there's anything else here. So you can't do versus. So this is a link cable game. Yeah, Game Boy had a port on there that you could link another Game Boy to and play games with against somebody else if they also owned a copy of it, which is kind of cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go all the way up to round 10 if we wanted to. Let's see what round 10's like at high speed. Let's see what that's like. Oh god, bad. That's what it's like. But yeah, more cookie types, it looks like. Oof! Okay, we need to calm down these rows real quick. There we go. Okay, not bad. Ah! Got stopped. Got stopped horribly there. Oh my. Like, this isn't super fast by any stretch, but it's definitely fast enough that it's gonna cause you some issues. I bet at this point you have to really learn how to combo. If you don't know how to combo, the game's just not going to be kind to you. Which makes sense, why would it be? Oh man, I'm gonna get one. Are we gonna complete this? Nope. Oh, we are! Hey! Alright, I think that's gonna be it for Yoshi. I think we should go ahead and move on from this. And move on to another game that is not going to be... It's not going to look that interesting, but believe it or not, it's incredibly, incredibly interesting, and that's Serpent. Serpent was so powerful, it crashed my emulator. That is how powerful Serpent is. Interesting. Alright, just had to try something really quickly. We may have a bit of an issue. I'm going to try something really quickly. But it is just not allowing me to play this. You want to talk about things that are very, very unexpected. There we go. So yeah, this game is called Serpent. Serpent is a weird game, but not for the reasons that you're gonna think. Oh boy! There's also severe emulation issues with Serpent, it looks like. There we go. Alright, we are the Alpha Force. No, I think that was just legit. Yeah, that was just a legit emulation issue. Apologies, one sec. I have lost the war. Oh my. So, Serpent is a weird game. This was developed and published by Naxxit Soft in 1990. Oh. it controls very, very strangely, too. Ah, okay. So the controls here are rather odd in that you're using parts of the gamepad and you're using the face buttons, B and A, in order to actually control your snake. So this is going to take a second to get used to. So let's get used to this real quickly, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what this even is. Oh, because it's tank controls. Never mind, I was completely incorrect. So yeah, you would expect that, like, you would press up to go up, you press down to go down, but no, you're using left and right, and it's tank control. So left will turn you left, right will turn you right. That's how that works. Okay, no, I'm wrong. B button turns you right, left on the D-pad turns you left. Oh, and it's because you're supposed to be collecting items that you're going to use against your enemy. All while trying to trap them with your snake. So yeah, if as you probably have all noticed, all this literally is something called Snake. And this game itself probably doesn't have a whole lot to really talk about. It's basically just an advanced version of Snake where you have to get items in order to destroy the opponent's snake. The whole idea is that this takes place in a future war where I guess people pilot weird snake robots, which that's cool. I want a cool snake robot. Got him trapped. So let's, instead of talking about this game, let's actually talk about the game that it essentially has copied. So, let's talk about Snake. Now, Snake is a game that has been around forever, and I can almost guarantee that you've probably played Snake. Now, Snake originally came out in 1976 in arcades, although it wasn't called Snake then. It was actually called a game called Blockade. Now, Blockade was a game developed by an American company called Gremlin Industries. They were I believe, San Diego-based company that would make a couple of arcade games before eventually being bought out by Sega. Leading to Sega actually being known as Sega Gremlin for a short while before just becoming known as Sega. The Sega that we know and love. So, Blockade came out, was a, relatively big hit. And it was a game that was, very simple. You literally just go around a maze, you go around the screen, you try to trap your opponent with your snake. Essentially what we're doing here, just without guns. And it was a game that would be copied by many, many companies. We just got ourselves killed here. Darn. That's a bummer. Many companies would make clones. Atari made a clone, for instance. And a lot of these games would be known by different names that are almost Snake-like. Like, there was a game, for instance, called Worm that came out in the 80s. Another that was called Chase, which sort of makes sense. And the Atari game, for instance, was called Dominoes for some reason. Because the idea is that you were setting up dominoes, and if you accidentally hit your own domino trail, you knock down the dominoes! Oh no! Yeah, let's actually grab one of these. I don't know how you actually use your weapons. But apparently you can. So yeah. Now, Snake still ended up kind of like disappearing from the cultural zeitgeist for a while. Any sponsorship with Domino's? No sponsorship with Domino's, sadly. It did like disappear from the cultural zeitgeist a little bit. But In 1997, it got an unexpected resurgence. If y'all remember, around that time is when like cell phones really started to come into their own. Particularly Nokia cell phones. Nokia was the biggest cell phone company back then. And the cell phones back in that day weren't exactly the most advanced. Like, they had like a pretty simple LCD screen on them, and definitely didn't have a whole lot of processing power to them, right? But they were good enough that they could do some simple games. Now, originally, developers of Nokia wanted to put Tetris on there, but it was just the controls weren't good enough because you're using the number pad and whatnot. And the screen on there just wasn't good enough. It wasn't big enough. It didn't refresh quick enough. It just wasn't something that could support something like Tetris. So instead, they decided to make a Snake game for it. And they preloaded it on all these Nokia phones, like such as the Nokia 6110. And this proved to be an incredibly good idea for them. Like I actually can't emphasize enough how big of a deal Snake for Nokia phones was. Something that probably seems a little bit crazy, but it really was a big deal. There we go. Pretty much everybody has played Snake on a Nokia. Well, I should say everybody's played Snake on a Nokia phone, but a lot of people ended up playing Snake on Nokia phones, which meant a lot of people started making their own Snake games. There's a lot of people in the gaming industry who actually credit their interest in getting involved with video games to playing Snake on the Nokia phones. Another reason why Snake on Nokia phones was such a big deal. And unfortunately, we're going to lose the war on this one. A big reason why Snake on the Nokia phones was such a big deal is because it proved that mobile gaming, or mobile phone gaming, could be a viable thing. You could put a game on there that was addicting and fun, and people would pull out their cell phones to just play this game. Like, not make a phone call, but like actually use it to distract them. And when you think about how big the iOS store is, or the Android store is, and how absolutely important those are to gaming as a whole nowadays, you can understand why Snake is such an important thing. Worm says, I used to play Tower Defense / Snake hybrid mobile game 6 years ago. Imagine tower defense, but your towers form a snake and you're trying to mow down stuff. That's interesting. I would play that game. When Snake coming back as a gacha, says P-Bug. I believe that already exists. There are, I believe, multiple Snake games that have, like, blind box pulls. So, yes, good news! That already exists. The AI in this game, by the way, is absolutely stupid. It's wonderful. But yeah. You would not think that Snake was incredibly important, but it is. It's an incredibly important game in video game history. Albeit, it didn't really become important until, like, 1997. Kind of funny how that works. Now, how this relates to Serpent, well, Serpent itself is not really important. Though Serpent is probably a very good example of what's like a perfect game for the Game Boy. Oh no, the bitter taste of defeat! We're being attacked by whatever these things are. Let's do whatever mode 2 is. Real quick. So Snake is a game that, you know, it takes up very low amounts of real estate. And oh, hello, there's a snake coming at me right now. Yeah, it takes up, like, low amounts of, like, real estate space and whatnot, and it's very clear visuals, and it... Beth, come here. Come here. My apologies about this once again. Okay, just take a quick break. We're gonna go grab that dog. Come here. You're gonna say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. We're playing Game Boy games. Yes, we are. We're playing some Game Boy games. I need you to be less of a jerk, please. And in fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just hang out in this room with me. And there we go. Good girl. So yeah, Snake is the perfect Game Boy game in many ways. The Game Boy does not have a big resolution, like screen resolution. I don't remember offhand, but it's something like 214 by 162 or something similar. It's very, very small, which means you can't have graphics that are particularly large on there. Otherwise, you quickly run out of real estate space. This makes something like Snake perfect because it means you can just very, very easily have a wide play screen and really kind of take advantage and make a game seem much bigger than it actually is. Also, as you can see, there's not really a whole lot that goes on in this game, which goes a long way to, you know, conserving on processing power, which is something that the Game Boy didn't have a whole lot of. Yeah. That being said, we're probably not going to spend a whole lot more time on Snake. Oh no, we got blown up by a snake. We have lost the war. This is a war. There's a ton going on. You're right, there is a ton going on. There's so much going on in this awful, awful snake war. Oh. I should pull up the Wikipedia page for this really quickly, actually, because it does have some stuff from the manual on there that is quite silly. So let's just go ahead and do that really quickly. This is actually something I meant to do real quick. Got a preview for what the next game's coming out, too. Yeah, so the story of this game is that in the future, there's a sport called Serpent. Two fighters in serpentine robotic machines try to box each other and win the match. Each snake has a fixed number of... Oh yeah, the serpents are detailed in the fact they aren't just aligned, giving a greater sense of realism to the game. Each snake has a fixed number of lives, with losing a life being a representation of losing the war. Very, very silly. Yeah, apparently winning all the matches makes you the champion of serpents. Oh, this is bad. Yeah. Well, we formed a box. Congratulations, everybody. How unfortunate. Oh. Well, I think we see what we need to see from this game. So let's go ahead and move on to our next title. Something that you did get a slight preview of. And that is going to be Maru's Mission. It looks like there might be some slight emulation issues with this one. So we may have to switch over cores, but we'll see how this works. Maru's Mission is weird. First off, as you can tell, we're a ninja. We're in Ninja, New York. And our girlfriend has been kidnapped. You should notice on the box art, we're not a ninja, which is kind of odd. I don't know why I said Insector. Your guess is as good as mine on that, by the way. So, Maru's Mission. Maru's Mission is a bit of a weird game. This is the Jaleco game. And this is part of a somewhat long-running series. Lasted up until 1997 anyways. Oh my, you jump really high in this game, by the way. Just ascend to the heavens. Oh, multi-direction shuriken throwing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's part of a series that is called Ninja-kun. Now, Ninja-kun first got its start out in 1983. Released for a... Boy, love that. Oh, weird. Oh, weird! Sitting in... I have no idea how you're supposed to control this, but that's interesting. Oh, I think it auto-homes. Interesting. What a weird thing. It really is. This is not a... So far, this is not a great game. But yeah, it's part of a series called Ninja-kun, which was first released in 1983 for Japanese computers. Specifically the PC-88 and the MSX computer. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So, I'm gonna just check something really quickly. Okay. Very, very good. That's what I get for checking things. I had a demon run into my head. So, the first game was kind of a flop. There's really not much to say about it. But its follow-up in 1984, Ninja-kun Majo no Boken, for the arcades, ended up being a big deal. It was a very, very successful arcade game. Oh, hi, Iclop. Sure, we'll defeat you in combat. Oh my god. They have really made some decisions about this game, let me tell you. I'm not sure if I'm actually damaging him. So yeah, very successful arcade game. Actually looked really nice at the time for, like, 1984. Like, it was actually praised for its graphics. There we go! Yeah, unfortunately, this is probably how the game actually looked. When it was on the LCD screen of the Game Boy, this probably looked a lot better, but... Unfortunately... Unfortunately, this doesn't come out too well on modern screens. So yeah, so that game came out, and then all of a sudden there was a bunch of Ninja-kun games coming out for like the NES. I think it was like TurboGrafx 16 and whatnot, and ended up lasting up until 1997 when the last game was released for the PlayStation and Saturn. So, as far as this game is concerned, in Japan, this is known as Ori Jaja Maru Seiken Daiboken. As mentioned, it was heavily localized to Maru Mission, where the ninja main character was changed to apparently a Walkman listening kid, who is still somehow a ninja. So they didn't do that much work changing everything, as you can tell. Ooh, you get new weapons. That's fun. The game involves your sister being kidnapped. And you are having to go to different locales around the world in order to rescue her. Oh, hello. Look at that. That's kind of cool. All right. This is actually kind of... Okay, now this game's got pretty cool. I actually like this idea. Oh no, it's another me! Oh my god. God, I'm just wrecked. Jeez. So yeah, when you only have 4 shades to work with, you kind of have to do whatever you can to make things work. I guess. And make your game seem very dynamic. And apparently, Ninja Maru's thing are bright flashes and inverting the screen constantly. So, this is not the only Ninja-kun game that is out for the Game Boy that ended up getting localized. There's actually another game that's apparently a Zelda-like game called Ninja Taro that we'll eventually end up playing. If you want to know where Corey is, you will have to fight me. I wonder if this is going to be a nightmare seizure. Okay, not this. It really is. Okay, I'm not sure what this game wants me to do. Okay, now it's gonna form back up. Alright, here, yeah. Yeah, as far as how this game feels, the controls are fine. The fact that you can, like, essentially super jump all the way up is really, really strange to me. But it is interesting. I like this idea that you can have certain sections where you can, like, basically walk on the ceiling. And the idea that you have different weapons and actually a pretty forgiving health system is quite nice. This is not the worst Game Boy platformer in the world, but you can also tell that they really are doing more than the Game Boy can handle, from the fact that there's major amounts of slowdown going on here. You combine that with the flashing that... Ooh, boy. Is... God, just charitably call it rough. And, this is not a game I would recommend to anybody. You are tougher... Oh, we can't speed it up. Yay, too bad. Corey has been moved to Romania. Oh no, we gotta go to Romania, everybody. Let's go to Romania. Don't worry, I'm a normal American kid. Riding my magic turtle to Romania. Oh, right. In between stages, you do these, like, swimming stages. Where you have, for some reason, a harpoon gun, I guess. I think you have to destroy all the enemies before you move on. Which means we get to kill all sea life! Ha ha! Take that, sharks! How does this help us get to Romania? Don't ask. If you had to ask how this gets you to Romania, then clearly you've never traveled to Romania before. I like how it shows that these, you know, the spears that you're shooting into them, or I guess tridents in this case, do remain in the sharks. So you can see how you're just horrifyingly maiming these sharks. It's real good. Really feels like it, doesn't it, Kuma? It really feels like it. This is making me imagine a crossover between this and James Bond Jr. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Another hot property that had a Game Boy game. There we go. So yeah, that's it. I think we're going on to Romania now. Where we get to face off. Oh man! We get to beat up Dracula? Hey KBBot, how's it going? So, I've never been to Romania. I don't think Romania is a place of cactuses. I don't think Romania is a desert. Anybody here who's been to Eastern Europe? Please, though, let me know. I could definitely be wrong. Romania's most prominent feature is Dracula. Very true. The Romanian cacti, Frankenstein's and snakes. How about weird demons that transport you back? For no real reason. That's what I thought too. Oh god, oh god, oh god, what's going on? Did I just fall and get impaled on that stalagmite? Oh my god. That's... Wow. That's pretty hard. That's pretty hard, Maru's Mission. I didn't expect that one. Yeah. Yeah, talk about it. Talk about vicious. Yeah, this game really reminds me of a lot of early NES platformers, like before Super Mario Brothers and other games like showed you how it was done. Oh god, we're being attacked by dogs? Oh, it's the Wolfman. I'm guessing it's Wolfman, or is that Dracula? It's Wolfman. Hey, it is the Wolfman. I was right. Wimp, do you think that you are strong enough to mess with me? You got to be kidding. Where's Corey? Not much as you can need to get the endings down one of these pits. God, I hope so. Okay, we gotta shoot him in his face, apparently. It's a good thing you got, like, this super jump. Also, I guess I could just also shoot the dogs. This Wolfman sprite to me is hilarious. Oh god. Oh god. Wait, what? There are now multiple Wolfmen! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I don't know why there are multiple Wolfman now, but boy. Game's rough, man. Alright, let's grab our spirits. Take this garlic. You will need it to defeat Dracula. He knows where Corey is. Remember, don't cook with it. Oh, but I want to cook with it. Garlic's delicious. Alright. This seems more Romania-ish. Yeah, I go back and forth with whether or not I think this is, like, a good game or not. I think, ultimately, I think this game's fine. For what it is. Like, just kind of a small experience. I think once again, I think it does actually make pretty good use of the screen size. Like, it's not too fast. There was definitely a lot of Game Boy platformers that had an issue of being too fast. And with the refresh rate would just be a smear. That you just could not understand what was going on. Inside every Wolfman, there is 2 Wolfmen. This is very true. Oh, it's Dracula! Hey, Dracula! Where is Corey? That's for me to know, and you to find out. Alright, let's mess up, Everyone knows the best way to defeat Dracula is just to fling a knot of garlic at his face as fast as possible. Just as fast as possible. I'll give props to every Game Boy platformer that isn't incredibly cheap and unfair. Yes. Also, yeah, they do kind of look like balls. Agreed. Alright, so you gotta kite around Dracula. Yeah, we're gonna be playing a lot of very bad platformers that do not understand that the Game Boy is not capable of speed. Or that, maybe more importantly, the Game Boy is capable of speed. But boy, it shouldn't be. Oh, at first I thought it was gonna have just a ridiculous explosion. A ridiculous eye-shattering explosion, but I was wrong. Corey has been moved to Greece. Oh. I didn't just just love how, like, this weird, like, demon samurai just decided to just kidnap my sister in New York for some reason. Oh, are you? I can't wait to play the terrible Rocky and Bullwinkle game. Medusa. Okay, makes sense. Well, let's go beat up Medusa. Oh, okay. Why is vaguely, like, ancient Egyptian, like, tomb music playing? I do like how, like, the first stage of each world is just the most confusing thing that makes zero sense. Like, I was sort of feeling like, okay, yeah, like, you know, like, Greek catacombs, sure, okay. And then this music started. Which one, Evie? Because the secret is, there's multiple, and they're terrible. They're both terrible. Are you fighting a Spartan? Golem. Okay. No one gets by me, turkey. Did you just call me a turkey? The hell is this? So one thing I would say is that this game is exceedingly easy so far. You have a ton of health, and enemies don't really seem to get the idea of having, I don't know, patterns? Oh, yeah. I mean, Greece and Turkey do historically have a lot of beef. I'm looking for Corey. Where is she? Don't ask me, ask Medusa. They have the mirror shield. This mirror will help shield you from her attack. Oh, okay, now we're on catacombs that are on fire. That's fun. I'm not sure if there's an actual upper limit on health, because I think we started with 300, and we're at 400 right now. Grease, turkey, beef? What is this, a cafeteria? Terrible, Worms. Terrible. I approve. But terrible. Absolutely, absolutely terrible. I love the nondescript fire that's in these pits now. Oh, you know, we should fall down one of these pits. We're going to save state and fall down one of these pits because I want to know. Never mind, we're going to kill Medusa. JK, thank you for the clip. I appreciate it. Give Corey back to me. This is my turf. Leave now before it's too late. Alright. Let's hit select to equip the mirror. Oh. Ow. Ow. Oh. I think you have to walk up to her and just literally just mirror her in the face. I think that's what you do. No, never mind. I don't think that's what you do at all. It's, This is not going well. Come on! Oh, there we go. The hitbox is just terrible. Okay. Good to know. Alright, well maybe the hitbox isn't terrible and I'm just terrible at my timing. Because it seems to be connecting pretty well now. Also, it turns out the secret to dealing with Medusa is just get behind her. Yeah, you know, I've thoroughly turned around this game. I'm actually really liking this. Also, I like how, like, all that health shows up, but they don't give you nearly enough time to collect, like, more than a couple. I don't have Corey. After further reflection, I think Corey has been moved to Egypt. Let's see what you did there, Medusa. Let's go to Egypt. I like how... Okay, I love how he, like, rides via turtle. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, we get to murder Isis. Okay, I think this is the first world so far that has, 100% matched. Oh my god! What is this? Yeah! Oh, and you even collected all the... Oh, man. Maru has gotten serious. Gotten back to, like, the majority of our health, too. This is pretty good. I have no idea how long this game is, by the way. Oh, boy. Well, geez, you do lose a ton of health if you just let the, whatever this, ancient Egyptian spirit thing is. Oh, okay, I guess you do eventually run out of... You do eventually run out of sub-weapon juice. Makes sense. Oh, Sphinx! You're gonna get shot in the face! Give me my riddle, Sphinx. Please? Oh. You've got the brawn, but do you have the brains? Let's see if you can answer this simple question. Use the control pad to cycle through the answers, then press A button to choose. What has 4 legs at dawn, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs at night? Oh, this is very tough. What does? See if you can answer my riddle, mortal. What are the 3 digits on the back of your credit card? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is. Oh, let's talk games. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're nearing the end of it, but we are starting a new series where we are playing through... Well, we're not playing through. We're playing all 512 games released on the Game Boy in North America. And, like, basically talking about why they matter, their history, the developers behind it, whatnot. Currently, we're playing Maru's Mission. Oh, she'll let me see Isis. Oh, right, yeah. That's what that riddle is. Yeah, let's talk. Who do you have a good stream? Were you doing Mario Maker or what have you? She'll let us eye Isis? She will indeed let us eye Isis. Eye Isis in the face. That was really terrible and makes absolutely no sense. I do not know why I said that. Yeah, so I think Maru's Mission is a good game. I'm gonna just say this right now. Like, it's a very simple platformer. It does its best to blind you. But it's just pretty sweet. It just plays well. It just plays well. I am looking for Corey. So what, small fry? Make me talk. We will do that. Okay, we're just gonna just shoot you in the face really quickly. Flippery ninja game. I think that's fair. The bosses really are nothing to write home about. It literally is just find weak spot and then just shoot fast. Corey was in the house all this time. Oh no! Unbelievable! You won! Where is Corey? Okay, I'll talk. Corey is in Brazil! So I'm guessing that Japan is the last stage. Oh no! We fell in the water. I guess we had to shoot more sharks now. Let's find out. Yeah! More shark shooting. Alright, I'm gonna presume they're just gonna come back. Yep. Let's shoot that manta ray. Because that manta ray knows what it did. Kind of losing a lot of health in this section. I missed. Ah. I do find it funny that you shoot up a lot faster than you shoot down a lot faster than you shoot up. I guess gravity is working for you there. Come on. Oh, come on. How'd that not hit? This game does have some janky hitboxes. Yeah, the weird ninja demon just took her to Brazil, you know? I mean, there's a lot of Japanese expats in Brazil, so... Makes sense. Ooh, Kelbellas. Ah, yes! We're back in the deserts of Romania. Remember the Romanian deserts? We accidentally took a long turn and ended up there. Now, to be fair, if I remember correctly, Brazil actually does have deserts. So, this at least makes a little bit more sense. Now, they don't have that style of cactus. The Seguro cactus, that's literally only in Arizona. Or, at least, the American Southwest. Oh, boy. This is a bad weapon. Oh, well. Good enough to kill him. Romania, where all the bros hang out. Ah, yes. Timer's almost up, but I know we would be finishing a little bit early. The idea is to have this be 2 hours long. So what we'll do is I think we're gonna just continue playing this. Because I'm just, once again, I am just enjoying myself an awful lot. Oh, hello. Hi, Hydra. The Brazilian Hydra. What have we here? Fresh meat? It spawned me over a pit! Exactly, you all want to know where Corey is. Alright, hold left. We actually kept our health. That's interesting. Like, I have no indication that there's, like, a life system in this game at all. Like, I'm very, very confused with how this game even works. Nice try, Ja. Very good. I want Corey. First find Kelebos. Take this. It'll help you defeat him. It's a, I don't know, a flame? It's my fire breath? Brazil is such a unique country. A unique and beautiful country that it makes me sad that they just reused Romania for it. So many good stuff they could have done, and they went, well... Also, while you're being damaged, by the way, you cannot attack. Why are we in a minecart? Are we invincible? We are invincible. You know? There's a lot of questions to ask. And I don't have the answer for you. Oh, hi. I am going to burn you to a crisp. Well, we'll see about that. Oh, okay. Where are you? Oh. Oh yeah, you're gonna be dead soon. There. Oh wait, hold on. Is this a form 2? Oh, hi. Okay, no, he's dead now. Yeah, Cerberus, the three-headed cat. The very same. Give Cory back to me now. Cory is going to be the victim of Muramasa. Who's Muramasa? Where can I find him? He is in Japan. Alright, let's go to Japan, everybody. Oh, okay, well, we get to fight more sharks first. The Pacific Ocean is very dangerous, so it makes sense. I see we're gonna have a lot of sharks here. Poor Manta Buddy. He doesn't deserve any of this. Or maybe he does, actually. You know. It is neat how the spears stick in the sharks. There's another, like, when you battle, like, Medusa, like, the snake she throws at you, like, stick on you. Like, there's, like, actually, like, really cool little details that are just in this game. Like, I really, really like this. Alright, presumably the last stage in the game is we go to Japan. Or I guess last set of stages. Alright. So, I'm going to make a save state here. And we're gonna fall down this pit. Because I want to know. I want to know what happens. Oh. Boring. I thought there was gonna be something unique because it's fire. Oh, okay, that's spikes. Be careful about that. Oh, man! We're having to fight the evil sumos of Muramasa. Also, this actually tile set is not, this is not the same. It looks like it is. So, my bad. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god. Oh, you can get I am getting stun-locked by this sumo. Sumos are very serious. Not like these Tengus. Well, that's not a Tengu, but... Oh, hello. Oh, Neo! What a pesky little bug. I will slice you into tiny bits. Alright, let's... Oh god. Oh! Oh, okay. Lates. I was gonna just... Oh, if you just hold down. It's such a weird attack because it doesn't actually damage you. It's like an annoying attack. There we go, yeah. Oh! That seems like a problem. Oh god. Oh, wow, okay. I see Neo has, stopped playing around. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is getting bad. Oh, we only get one of them. Darn it. Alright. Where is she? If you leave now, you may still be able to save Cory. Go! I like how right over a pit! Right over a pit! Alright, let's hold left. I guess we could have held right. This game is great, except for all the parts where it decides to do that. Oh, hi. Do you like magical sumo... Why are there magical sumo wrestlers? I don't understand. Ah, jeez. Alright, good. I am slightly worried about my health, just in case, like, this is one of those games where it's like, game's complete joke until you get to the last boss, and then all of a sudden... Oh no! I gotta face me again! Remember when I had to fight a ninja in the first stage? Congrats, you get to fight another. You know, that's very true. I've watched sumo wrestling. The R magic. Oh, hey! Oh boy. Hi. This is the mighty warrior I've been waiting for! I will scatter your body to all parts of the world, for I am Medusa, ruler of all. Oh, hi. Oh. Okay. Definitely don't want Muramasa walking into me, because he's going to do a ton of damage if he does that. He should be getting pretty close to death. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. There we go. Oh, come on, Muramasa has to have a second form, right? Nope. I can't believe I lost to a wimp like you. You must have cheated. I am now to be banished, but I may return. If you're looking for a fair fight, send me the secret to your success. My address is Muramasa's, care of Jalico, USA, 310 ERA Drive, Northbrook, Illinois. Wait, is that an actual address? Lobster, thank you so much for the resub. How you doing, buddy? Who knows, I may send something back. Wild. Oh, hey, it's our girlfriend. Or sister. I'm not sure, actually. Now we're gonna ride our turtle! Well, that was a surprisingly enjoyable experience. I hope you enjoyed Maru's Mission, because I did. This is an exceptional game, all told. But yeah, that's the first 4 games in this series. 4 down, 512 to go, everybody. We're gonna be continuing this next week. I think we'll probably do next Thursday as well. And we'll have the next 4 games that are gonna be lined up. And in fact, I think it'll be fun. Let's tell you what those games are gonna be. It's gonna be Felix the Cat, Night Quest, Daffy Duck, The Marvin Missions, and Side Pocket. Some real hot bangers coming up next. But, I'm really glad that you all joined us for this today. Unfortunately, no. I'm not Lobster. I do apologize. It came in right at the end of the stream. But, yeah. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I'm really looking forward to continuing to do this. Continue to tell you more about wacky Game Boy games and kind of share a picture into a system that I think is being slowly forgotten. As we all go slightly blind. I'm actually really glad I put this green filter on because it really helps with the flashing. Huh. Didn't expect that to happen. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the resubs from everybody, including Lobster, Cartridge Blowers. Thank you for the raid, Let's Talk Gaming. And thank you just everybody who joined us today. And I guess this ending is actually still going on. It's just long for some reason. Jalico, what are you doing? Before we leave though, JK4 says, is Switch the best Game Boy? No. Game Boy, best Game Boy. As we turn the lights off on this turtle. Good night, everybody.